What's up, guys? Welcome back to Coinbros with Pinky, and it's the nighttime wrap up. We're gonna talk about something very important that I actually just got finished reading. So basically, Bitcoin's sitting around 67, 68K. We want to keep that level. We don't want to see it go down under 65. We're gonna be in trouble. It'll probably dip a little more. Ethereum, we want to see it recapture $2,020, and we're gonna be in good shape. So keep an eye on that. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about something more important right now, and it's the Clarity Act. If you haven't read up on what the Clarity Act is, if you're in crypto, take a look at it. I'll link in the description, what the Clarity Act is. And I'm gonna be honest, I just did a video and I actually erased it because I listened to Altcoin Daily and Charles Hoskinson. He did a rant, and I'm not the biggest fan of him. I don't hate him. I don't like him. It's whatever, right? I think he's got a lot of good things to say, a lot of bad things to say, but he makes a lot of really strong points. And after reading the Clarity Act, my knee-jerk reaction was, this is really good for crypto. This is like a good step forward in like where we're trying to head with crypto as a whole, right? Banks are going to have to accept stable coins. You're going to be able to earn yield on stable coins. You'll be able to take loans. All the things that a bank does, you'll be able to do with stable coins. Sounds amazing, right? It's like, okay, this is the step in the right direction. But there's always two sides to a story, right? And one thing I've learned just over time is the more you let governments get involved and control things, it usually isn't for your benefit. Now, I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm just looking at it objectively. And I listened to Charles Hoskinson and some of the things he was saying about this act, and he is adamantly against it. He thinks it's a horrible act. I see why now because of what he was talking about. And I'm kind of leaning in that direction too. So what he's saying is the minute this act goes through, any new cryptocurrency that's an American cryptocurrency is by default a security, right? That's a horrible thing. We don't want every new crypto to be a security because then governments can step in, they can set regulations because they're securities. He's saying it's kind of a backdoor way for them to control the industry, right? And obviously America's a powerful country and we're going to lead the charge in anything, right? So it's kind of a scary thing to think about. What he's saying is like it's a bureaucratic way of them to have attack vectors for new cryptocurrencies. And he owns Cardano, and he's saying that even Cardano is going to be grandfathered in. We don't even get affected by this, but he's just a lifelong crypto enthusiast. He's been around. He's saying, I've been here from the start, and he said this is a very bad thing for everything that crypto represents. And I kind of have to agree with him on a lot of that, right? The minute you turn everything into a security, now they can come and attack it, and they can start setting their rules and their barriers around the way you do things with new tokens. So it's super interesting to read about. And the other thing that's a little scary or good, right? I don't know if this is a really good thing, a really bad thing, but the reality is the bill's probably going to be passed. It's the largest bill in crypto history, and it's about to be passed. It's looking pretty promising. And on the flip side of things with the banks, a lot of the banks don't want it, right? So you have Jamie Dimon from Chase. He's saying like, look, if you guys want to be a bank, be a bank. There's a lot of things that banks do that cryptocurrency people don't want, right? They're saying banks have all these regulations, they have all this protection. And if you want to be a cryptocurrency that's coming in and doing all the things a bank does, well, you got to play ball the way we want you to play, right? And that's the way, just like a bank has to deal with it. So there's so many different angles to this. One side, it's like, okay, it's a step forward. We're making cryptocurrency more accepted. It's becoming a real thing around the world, right? You're going to be able to do all the things you can do with a bank. But is that what you want, right? Like, is that why you got into crypto? Is that what crypto stands for? And is this just a backdoor way for the government to come in and control things? Usually that's the case whenever there's usually governments try to find a way to control things, right? So it's not the craziest thing to think. And it's a little bit scary, right? Like you start thinking about it and you say, okay, well, what's the real plan here? What's the real goal here with pushing and being so adamant about pushing this forward, right? Yeah, it's really cool, and it's actually something you probably want to read into. I'll link in the description the ad and give your take on it. Like, what do you think about the Clarity Act? It's a quick read. You can kind of look it over and give me your honest thoughts and opinion on what the Clarity Act will do for crypto, if it's a good thing for the industry, if it's actually the absolute worst thing that could happen moving forward. Because I've always said this, it's like the more governments get attached to crypto, the less it becomes the crypto we love, right? And the whole thing is self-custody with crypto. It's about not being the government. It's about being peer-to-peer and being able to do what we want. So I'm kind of leaning against it. Like after listening to a few people, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I kind of agree with Charles Hoskinson. I always mess his name up. There's always a lot of nonsense that's like going through the back door and like ways that they're going to try to control everything. So I'm going to read a lot more into it. And then another thing is too, this affects the U.S., right? So this act is a U.S. act. It's not, has nothing to do with other countries doing cryptocurrency. So the only coins that they can say are securities by default are going to be American cryptos, right? And we want people building in the U.S. I live in Las Vegas. I would love to be able to build crypto projects or whatever I want to do, and I don't have to deal with any of the nonsense of being a security, whatever, right? It kind of throws a wrench in everything, from what I'm used to at least. So yeah, I'm going to read a little more into it and give me your honest take on what you think. Cryptocurrencies, we're looking like it's sideways right now. I'm going to give you guys an update tomorrow morning. I'll probably do a little bit of trenching. And before I end the video, I just want to let you guys know that you should make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, leave a comment, and we have a lot of big things coming. Our goal with Coinbros and everything we're doing is we want to be the hub for the next wave of millionaires that come into the space. Every cycle, there's a new swarm of people that get into the industry. They do really well. A lot of them disappear when the market gets bad, but there's always a new rush of people that come in that are innovators, that get with the right crew and make a lot of money. And we're putting that together right now. We're going to open up our website with our group, which will have a bunch of free gifts in there for you guys. If you're new to crypto and you just want to learn and be around a bunch of people that have been doing this for a long time, you're welcome. And if you're an OG and you want to be in a good crew, come on, we want you over there too. So much love, guys. Check out the Clarity Act. It's super interesting. It's a huge bill that's going to be most likely be passed unless something crazy happens. And if you're in the space, it's something you should read about and learn about because it's going to affect everything moving forward for the next 10 years, right? With the direction that crypto goes. And yeah, that's what we're here for. So you got to make sure you know what's going on, right? So check it out. I'll link it in the description. Much love. I'll see you guys in the morning with tomorrow's update. Peace.